Hi, my friends. You know, this month of March has all been about green things. And we've talked about fairies and ferns and forests and all kinds of things. You know what else is green? Money. And this is my annual 5 money tips I like to share with you that I've learned in my life and has helped me get more control over my money. I think we all want to do that. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm 73 and I just say it because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my dear sweet friends, all my wonderful subscribers that take the time to watch my videos and comment. You guys mean the world to me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss a different theme every month. And then I do decor and crafting and tablescapes and everything having to do with that theme. It's lots of fun. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. All right, you guys. So I am not a professional. I am not licensed. I don't do this for a living. I'm not trying to be anybody that's going to come on and give you advice or tell you what to do. But I want to share with you the tips that kind of got me in control of my money. Now, I had a good start in life because both of my parents were, let's say, very, very frugal and downright cheap. But you know, they both went through the Depression, and I think that caused a change in their life. I think that would change anybody's life when you really don't even have anything to eat. And these days we have so much, you know. I would never say I spent just tons of money and got in debt. But there was times in my life when I did a lot of emotional buying, and then when that money was gone, it was like, oh my gosh, I have to stop that. That was a little bit of a problem. Why didn't I save that money instead of spending it? So I'm going to give you 5 money tips. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I know everybody's in a different financial situation. They're just things to think about. And I know we're all trying to watch money, especially now. So the first one is probably my best one. It's my most general tip, and it kind of applies to anybody at any age. And that is try to spend less than what you make. Okay, so that means don't spend everything you make, because if you spend everything you make, let's say this is your spending, this is your earning. If you are at the same level, that's paycheck to paycheck. And I think that's a bad thing. I don't care if you're 18 or 16 getting your first job, or if you're, 70, 80 years old like me. We've got to really watch that. And I know some of you might really be having a lot of money problems and you're older and you can't go back to work. And I'm so sorry for that. But I think sometimes, I don't know, the age I'm at, I kind of have everything. I really don't need to be buying anything, but I digress. So here's my whole reasoning behind this. When you start out, when you're young, you're not making very much money. So you're kind of paycheck to paycheck, I would say. Now, as time goes on, and look at, I can move my shoulder a little bit. Hallelujah. As time goes on and you start making more money, what the mistake a lot of people make is they bring their spending right up to that very level. And I understand people want to upgrade and they want to, maybe get a better car, get a better house, or do things like that. But always try to keep a cushion. This is what I call the cushion in between what you're actually making and what you're actually spending. So you want to keep what you're making a little bit ahead of what you're spending. And then you have this area. Now, why do you need that? Oh my gosh, we need it for our cars. Everything, there's always something, isn't there? You need tires, you need brakes, whatever. There might be health crisis where you need some money for that. And if you buy a house, forget about it. There's always something you can spend money on, plumbing and roof. And I mean, it just goes on and on and on, right? But if you can keep this cushion as you continue to make more money, you have this area where you can get emergencies, and you want to expand it enough where you can actually start saving from this cushion also. But here's the problem. If you keep on going, spending and earning the same, let's say you get up to $1 million and you're spending $1 million, guess what? You're still paycheck to paycheck. You're still in a bad situation, even though you're making $1 million. So it's not always about, I always recommend work as long as you can and make as much as you can. But at the same time, even if you're a millionaire, you got to have a cushion. In fact, that's even more important because you're probably spending a lot of money every month. But anyway, number one, spend less than you make. That is so, so important. Number two, know what you're spending your money on. I mean, I hate to say this, and I know everybody's heard this 9 million times. If you are in a bad place with money, I recommend to write down everything you spend money on for a month. That's going to give you, it's just an eye opener because we piddle so much money away, $5 here. Oh, that's only $3. Oh, the Dollar Tree. Let me get a couple items at $1.25, and you put those away and you never do anything with them. Just be mindful of what you're spending money on and then give yourself some kind of budget. If you're in credit card debt and you're in a bad money situation, you need a budget. You need to put those credit cards away and not use them, and et cetera, et cetera. But you need to know where you're at. You can't just say, well, we can't pay bills. Why can't you not pay bills? So that's what I always recommend. And if you're getting one of those specialty coffees every single day, that could be $100 a month. You need to look at that. So, can we maybe downgrade on a car, or are we just living way over our means? And get a budget. Now, I don't have a budget where I actually write things down because I'm pretty good with my money, both my husband and I, and that's another subject that's really important. Hopefully, whoever's in the household with you has like-minded spending habits. We're both cheap. But neither one of us are in debt. We don't owe on our credit card. So it's a good feeling when you get older to have that little bit of a safety blanket. So I know when I go to the grocery store, I'm going to try to keep it around $150, $160. Now, you might say, oh my God, that's a lot. But my husband and I do not eat out. We don't go on vacations because of health reasons and stuff. So I buy good food, but I try not to overbuy, and we eat everything we buy. So I think that's really important. But try to get a list, know what you're spending money on, and then you might have to make a hard core budget, for at least a while. Try it for at least a month. The third thing is, what is your trigger? I think there's so many things that we emotionally buy. They're not necessities. It's not the toilet paper and the toothpaste and all of that. Let me give you a couple categories. You might want to take a look at this. One is clothes and shoes and bags. I emotionally buy those. Oh, I can wear this to the garden party. Well, I don't go to garden parties. This is an emotional thing. I have something in my head that somebody's going to invite me to this beautiful garden party. In reality, I'd probably be eaten up by mosquitoes and wouldn't even be able to go. But the thing is, try not to emotionally buy things. Look through your closet, see, is there something I really need? I need a pair of good jeans. I don't have them. I like flared jeans. I'm not into the big baggy things. No, I'm big enough as it is. I don't want to look bigger. But anyway, so that's what I'm on the outlook for. Also, I got the best pair of jean shorts, and they're not really super short, but last year at Walmart. So I'm just saying, check those out. They look like they're worn and the whole thing. I wore them all summer. I'm going to go back and get another pair of those. No, those are smart purchases. Makeup. How much makeup do you have that you don't wear? That's all I'm going to say. I used to have drawers and drawers and drawers full, and now I keep all my makeup in a little container like this. Creams for our face, wrinkle cream, all this stuff we buy. Hobbies, my paper crafting. Oh my gosh, I have to be really careful because I just love everything I see and I want to buy it. The other one is home, stuff for the home. Like when I go to Home Goods now, I don't buy anything for my house unless I'm going to replace it because I have everything. I don't need anything else. I really, really don't. I don't need another lantern or picture or vase. I don't need any of that. The other thing is the holidays. Now that also, holiday items gets me every time. Halloween and Easter, the cute little bunnies and you know what I'm saying? It's an emotional feeling. So just be careful, be aware. What I do a lot of times is I don't buy it and I go back to the store if I really want it. And if it's there, I get it. If it's not, I don't. So So number 3 was emotional buying. Try to curtail that, or at least be very aware of that. Do you have an item like that at home? Do you really need that? Where are you going to put it when you go home? Okay, so you kind of have to ask yourself those questions. Number 4 is, don't be afraid to go on a buying freeze. I went on a craft buying freeze for, I think it's almost a year now, where I'm not buying any more Anna Griffin card kits. I'm not buying any more paper. I have to use what I have. And guess what? It's making me very creative. I have enough paper to last the rest of my life. I'm not kidding. At least 20 years, you know. So I'm just saying, don't be afraid to do that. Buying freeze, no new makeup. Okay. I mean, I buy all this eyeshadow and I only use the brown and the cream. So why am I buying these big things of eyeshadow with, you know, all the different glitters and the colors and all that? I just don't even use it. So think about that. And if you can save money, and let's say you allow yourself $50 a month for fun to buy stuff, try putting that in a savings account instead. Just put it, you can go get it if you want to. And I have to tell you one thing, you guys know interest rates have been very high. You know, they're going to go back down again. My husband and I took every dollar that we did not need and we've invested it to get as much interest as we can while we can. So that's another thing. If you have some money to maybe put it in a CD and get 4% or whatever it is now, I have no clue. But again, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying we said we had some extra money. Let's invest it, because that's going to go away. Number 5 is credit cards. And I know this is the hard subject. If you're really in credit card debt a lot, you've got to come up with some kind of a plan to move forward to get out of debt. I cannot tell you what a freeing, wonderful feeling it is not to have credit card debt. And now there's 2 things you can do. Now what I do, because I'm very good with buying with my credit card, I buy everything with my credit card because I get gift cards back. All right. And those I give out at Christmas. So to me, to put my gas, my groceries, everything I can on a credit card works well. If you have credit card debt and you're not really good with, you know, watching what you spend, put the credit cards away. Say those are only to be used for a really bad emergency. You need tires on your car. They're all really badly worn. You got to get that fixed. That's a safety issue. Your washing machine goes out or something like that where you have to use a credit card, but put it away and figure out some way that you can pay down the debt and take care of that, because that's really, really, really important. There's nothing worse than having a piece of clothing in your closet with the tag still on it. You bought it on credit and now you're paying interest on that and you're not even wearing it. Okay? That makes me so angry. All right, you guys, those are my 5 tips. I hope, if anything, we all have this issue. We all buy emotionally. We all sometimes spend too much money. We don't save, you know. You have to enjoy life. And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to be as frugal as my parents either. But I'm just saying, if you have that stress of money, take a look at some of the things you might be able to do to reduce the stress, to reduce the debt, to make you feel better, to lighten the load on your shoulders. It's really important. All right. I hope you love this. I hope you got some ideas from this, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.